Hello and welcome to Hamer Reviews. My name's Christopher Hamer and today we're reviewing the Joby Wavo AIR wireless microphone kit. Now, Joby might be a company you're already familiar with. They make a variety of tripods and other camera and video accessories. In fact, they make the GorillaPod, but they're actually owned by Vitek, which is the company that owns Manfrotto and Gitzo, among other camera brands. So they're definitely a company that know a thing or two about camera and video accessories. Now, the Wavo line of products are their new audio products, and the Wavo AIR is essentially their competitor to the very popular Rode Wireless Go and Wireless Go 2. The kit comes as this single package where you receive two transmitters, i.e. two wireless microphones. Both of these have a microphone built in, and a transmitter, a receiver even, alongside a variety of accessories and mounting options, all inside this relatively little box. Now, it'll cost you £220, which on the face of it does seem quite expensive. However, given the variety of accessories that are included, which we'll run through, I'm actually thinking this is rather good value. That's especially true when you consider that the Rode Wireless Go 2 retails for about £280 and you don't receive any of the accessories except for a couple of cables which are matched up. So this is definitely a very interesting proposition. Now, in terms of what's in the box, so already mentioned the two transmitters. You get two of these windshields, also known as dead cats. You receive a variety of mounting options. So, for instance, here we have a hot shoe mount. You receive a couple of these clips. You get a, unsurprisingly, GorillaPod mount, which is quite cool. And I really like this as well. This is quite different. So when paired with the magnet on the back of this little device, which is sort of this little round thing which you can clip into place, and using this rather funky necklace, you can actually magnetically attach it to yourself. So if I pop this around my neck, and there we have it. So it will actually stay magnetically around my neck. Actually, you could put this behind your t-shirt, and conceivably you could even hold the microphone unit behind your t-shirt as well. So that's another mounting option. In addition to that, you received not one but two lav mics, which is brilliant. We'll run through the sound quality on these. Two 3.5mm, 3.5mm cables. You require those to hook up the receiver to your camera, smartphone, smart device, straight into your laptop, however you're recording your audio. And you also, you have all those different mounting options and USB-C charging cables. That's what I almost forgot. You receive three USB-C charging cables as well. So that's quite an extensive amount of stuff, and you can even buy another set of 8 other mounting options. Some of these are doubled up, but there's some other ones there, such as quarter 20 thread mounts and so on. So this is a really cool kit. It really does give you everything you can need. Now, it doesn't matter how great all the accessories are. The thing that really matters, if we're all honest, is usability and sound quality. So I'm going to go through usability first. To switch on the receiver, we press and hold this until it flashes blue, like so. And now, in order to switch on the transmitter, we press and hold the center button as well. And now you can see all LEDs lit up. On the side of the receiver, you actually have a USB-C charging port, as with the transmitters. But more importantly, you have your 3.5mm output, which you use to output this to whichever device it is that you're recording the video or audio on. And then over here, you just have your little pairing port, much like a SIM port, which just allows you to pair it should they become unpaired, though they do come paired from the factory. In the bottom left-hand corner, where you get that flashing LED, which denotes the fact that it's connected to the receiver, that will turn red when it has low battery life, and that will give you an indication of when you need to charge it. On the back of the devices is their little smart switch or smart connector system. You simply turn these and you can pull them off, and there you can see the two bits fit together, and then you simply click them into place. And again, you can remove the clip from one and put it onto the other devices, and that all works nice and simply. It's not too complicated, and it is pretty quick on the whole. Now, audio is one of those things where you do need to spend some time setting things up, and that's no difference with these. You have a plus minus button on the side of it, And essentially this will allow you to change the gain, or rather the sensitivity or volume of the microphone in 5 decibel increments. Now there's 6 increments in total, and that means you get 30 decibels total plus minus that you can do. Generally speaking, I found that fine. There is a sort of half representation on here where the LEDs go out as you reduce the gain, however, or increase it, they'll obviously go up. It would be nice to have some graphic representation of when your volume levels are too high, because unless you have a visualization of your audio levels on your camera or smartphone, you're not actually able to tell if your audio is too loud or too quiet. So that is a shame. It would have been nice to have some kind of representation, at least that it's too loud would be great, because then you could do it to the highest volume and then move down one step from there once you start peaking, and that would essentially give you good audio, at least an inkling of where you're at with your audio. The sound quality in general, I was really impressed with, and I've got a couple of different tests that we're going to do. So first off, we're going to go through the actual unit itself, recording audio, and I've recorded some out and about on a busy day in central London, and I've also recorded some in the studio. So let's jump into busy day first. So in order to give you an idea of the sound quality of the Joby AIR kit, I've actually come out of my studio to a relatively local park over in Clapham, southwest London, where I have a busy main road in front of me, fairly busy road behind me as well, and I'm in a park that people are using. So this will give you an idea of what the audio quality is like if you're using the Wavo AIR's built-in microphone. As you can see, I've got the little dead cat sound deflector on there, so try and minimize wind noise because it is quite windy today. But you've got a mix of, I mean, there's some plane noises, there's car noises, general noise from people in the park. So this will give you an idea of what the audio quality is like if you are using the built-in transmitter one. And now we're back in the studio, so let's record that. I've removed the little windshield from the transmitter here and mounted it in the usual spot where I have my microphone. And this is the kind of sound quality you'd get in a studio environment with the Wavo AIR and the built-in microphone. So yeah, this will just give you a representative idea of the sound quality in a studio environment. And now let's have a look at the lav mic. Now the lav mic I was pretty impressed by. I think it's a nice design. It has a nice little wind cover that's removable on it, which does make this quite small. Now this being small is great because if you wanted, you can remove the lovely little clip that they come pre-attached with, and you could stick that to the back of your t-shirt, the inside of a lapel on your jacket, or alongside like a bag, your shoulder bag that you might have around, that would really hide the microphone and allow you just to have a slightly more inconspicuous setup. So that's something to keep in mind. The sound quality from the lapel mic I really like, so let's jump into that. Let's start off out and about again. So you can see in front I have the lav mic in the usual place where I have it, and hooked up to the Wavo AIR kit as before. Everything else is the same, just to give you an idea of what the audio quality is like if you'd prefer to use the lav mic, which is perhaps a little bit more inconspicuous than the rather large red and black of the transmitter. So now back in the studio, let's go with that sound test. So this is the audio quality you're going to get from the included lav mic connected up to the Wavo AIR's transmitter. So yeah, this is an example of the kind of sound you're going to get in a more studio style environment. So I'm hoping you agree with me. I've been recording this video standard with my Sennheiser XSWD kit, and I really like the sound of these. I think that the lav mic sounds surprisingly good, and even the unit by itself, I was really stunned actually. The sound quality they're getting from that is great. The windshield did its job fairly well. It was a fairly windy day outside, so I'm pretty impressed by that, and I just think that overall the sound was really acceptable. I just do wish I would have had that sort of graphic representation. Now, given that this kit comes with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, obviously you very much might be using this to record an interview, and that's a use case that they talk about on the box itself. Unfortunately, that's the one place where I'm not entirely enthralled by these, because what Joby have decided to do is play the audio onto a single track from the receiver into your camera, right? So conceivably we've got this hooked up into my phone. I know we haven't, no jack on this iPhone 13 Pro, but let's imagine the audio is running into here from both of these transmitters, right? We've got person over there, person over there. What it's going to do is it's going to take the audio from both of these and merge them together and record a single track with them, okay? Whereas on the Rode Wireless Go series, you can actually choose to split it. And what it would then do is it would record one person on the left side, so coming out the left speaker, and one person on the right side of the speaker. What that does mean is in post-processing, you then have to merge those together, but it gives you the opportunity to edit out issues from one microphone that aren't the other. For instance, let's say this was a bit too close to someone's phone and there was some interference and you're getting that, you'd be able to mute it really easily even when the other person's speaking and cut this out completely, right? The interference. You might have someone near a fan or something and you're getting some wind noise. You couldn't then take that away from the other person who's talking, because on this system, both audio streams are going into the same channel. Essentially, you're only getting one single channel out of it, whereas the Wireless Go 2 does have the benefit of being able to split them. It's a real shame, because to me, I understand kind of why Joby did it, like made the default that they were merged, because it does make using your audio easier, especially if you're out and about. But the problem is they could have just given us the choice. And if you had the choice, choose to merge it when you, for instance, are recording something live and you just need the audio to work immediately. But if you're not recording live, having the ability to post-process, I think, is really important. So that is one of my biggest gripes of this is, please, why did we not have the chance to split the audio? It would have been perfect. I'm actually shooting an interview next week, and it would have been fantastic to be able to use this kit. Unfortunately, I'd be too scared that one of the audio streams has an issue and I wouldn't be able to fix it. Whereas instead, I'm going to use the Rode Wireless Go series. But if you're using this, just the receiver and transmitter for like a piece to camera like this, for instance, yeah, I'd absolutely use these. I think the sound quality is fantastic. I really like the fact that the battery life on them as well is about 6 hours, which is brilliant. But even better than that, you can actually plug the USB-C cable into, say, a power bank, and you could conceivably run these for an unlimited period of time just by switching out power banks as you go, because they will charge and run at the same time, which is great. I also like the flexibility that this kit gives you. So for instance, you could use the Gorilla Pod mount, let's do it on the one that doesn't have the magnetic clip that I can barely remove. And you could hook the Gorilla Pod, for instance, round a light stand and use this as a boom mic by attaching a shotgun mic to it. There's nothing stopping you from some really intricate audio setups using just this kit. But even if you don't want to add shotgun mics or whatever, you know, the fact of the matter is this is a great device at picking up audio, and with the included lapel mic or lav mic, whatever you want to call it, the options are pretty endless. Yeah, so the only real issues I have with this is the merged audio when you're using both channels, which is frustrating to me if you need to edit in post, and probably the fact you don't have a graphic visualization of your audio levels. But given that this costs £220, is giving you really good battery life, includes all the mounting accessories you could ever want, 2 really decent lav mics, all the cables you could need, including 3 charging cables, which is overkill, but is nice to have the option if you don't have any other USB-C devices. This is incredibly good value, especially when you put it up against the Rode Wireless Go, where if you're buying those lav mics, that's £50 a time. If you're adding all the mounting options, like they don't even have that as an option, so it's going to cost you more money. So I really think that Joby's onto something here. With the sound quality as good as it is, the ease of use as good as it is, I can really recommend this kit, with the one asterisk of just be careful if you're planning to shoot a lot of interviews with this, because you might run into an issue. I'd love if Joby were to sell this as a single kit as well for people like me that often just shoot pieces to camera. Like, you could only really need these 2 bits. So, you know, being able to buy them separately would be quite nice, because I think that price point would be extremely aggressive and incredibly good value. So yeah, there we have it, the Wavo AIR. Do keep an eye on the channel and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am going to be doing a comparison between this, the Rode Wireless Go 2, and also my Sennheiser kit, which I think is going to be really interesting. Look at that in a bit more detail. And also, and this is going to look terrible because unfortunately the cables is all messed up, but I also have the Lav Pro as part of this kit, which, well, it's not part of the kit, but it's part of the Wavo line, the Wavo Lav Pro. This is their broadcast quality lav mic that you can buy for an additional £70. Spoiler alert, I'm really impressed by it. So I've got a short video coming up on that as well, so make sure you don't miss it, as well as that comparison. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, pop them in the comment section. I'd love to know what you think. Love to know what you think of the audio as well. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer the Sennheiser kit, or do you prefer the Joby? I think it's very much a subjective choice at this point. And equally, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And as I just said, do subscribe because there's more content like this coming, and equally, hopefully, a lot of other videos that you might enjoy. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope I see you again next time. Goodbye.